The quietest room on Earth is so silent that people hallucinate after about 45 minutes inside it. That detail is worth sitting with. The Orfield Laboratories anechoic chamber in Minneapolis measures at -9.4 decibels, quieter than anything you will ever sleep in, and visitors begin hearing their own heartbeat, their blood moving through their veins, their nervous system firing. Nobody has made it past 45 minutes. The brain, deprived of sound, starts generating its own. Most of us believe that silence is the gold standard for sleep. Pull the blackout curtains, banish the hum of the fan, silence every device. The quieter the room, the deeper the sleep. It's a perfectly logical assumption. It also gets the biology almost exactly backwards. Here's the first thing worth understanding. Your auditory cortex does not go offline when you fall asleep. Unlike your visual cortex, which essentially powers down when your eyes close, the part of your brain that processes sound stays active and watchful through the night. The reason is evolutionary. For most of human history, a threat, a predator, an approaching stranger, a fire, announced itself through sound first. Shutting off your ears while you slept was not an option if you wanted to survive until morning. So your sleeping brain became a sound monitor, not a sound blocker. The mechanism that governs this is called the reticular activating system. It sits at the base of your brainstem and acts as a kind of sensory gatekeeper, deciding what rises to conscious awareness and what gets filtered out. In a room with steady, consistent ambient sound, rain, a fan, traffic in the distance, the reticular activating system settles into a rhythm. The sound becomes predictable. It stops being flagged as worth your attention. But in true silence, the system grows hypervigilant. It's waiting. And when something breaks that silence, a car door, a creak in the hallway, your partner shifting in bed, the contrast is so sharp that your brain interprets it as a potential threat. Your arousal threshold drops. You wake more easily, more often, and more completely than you would have in a room with gentle background noise. The second insight comes from a study out of Northwestern University. Researchers found that pink noise, a softer, more natural cousin of white noise, where lower frequencies are slightly stronger, similar to rainfall or rustling leaves, when timed to sync with slow brain oscillations during deep sleep, actually enhanced memory consolidation. Participants who slept with pink noise remembered more on word recall tests the next morning than those who slept in silence. The noise wasn't a neutral backdrop. It was actively supporting the architecture of deep sleep. The third thing to know is about masking. Not emotional masking, acoustic masking. In a quiet room, a sound at 40 decibels is startling. In a room with a consistent ambient hum at 50 decibels, that same 40 decibel sound never reaches your brain as a discrete event. It gets absorbed into the background. This is why people who live next to highways often sleep better than you'd expect, and why moving to a quiet house in the country can temporarily wreck your sleep. Your nervous system was calibrated to a certain acoustic environment. Remove that environment suddenly and the silence itself becomes a disruption. So here's something you can do tonight. Don't try to achieve perfect quiet. Instead, try a brown noise track, deeper and warmer than white noise, closer to the sound of a river or heavy rain, set at about 50 decibels, which is roughly the volume of a quiet conversation. Play it from a speaker in the corner of the room, not from a phone on your nightstand. Give it 3 nights. The first night will feel strange. By the third, your reticular activating system will have something steady to hold on to, a consistent acoustic floor that tells it nothing is wrong, nothing has changed, there is nothing here that needs your attention. Sleep isn't the absence of the world. It never was. Your brain is still in there, still listening, still keeping watch. The kindest thing you can do for it is give it something gentle and predictable to hear, not silence, which to your ancient nervous system can feel less like rest and more like waiting for something to happen.